Hello everybody, this is Hector from Flomis, Australia. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to walk around in this rig we starting to build up on November last year. We finished on January. We used some of the equipment from another trailer we had before, and we put it in there, and we did a lot of improvements in this one. This one is being bought from a family is using it with a camper no a trailer, it was a camper on top. They did a few trips from Queensland to Melbourne, and always they did the same, and I bought it from there. So it had a really easy life. Recently, last week, I changed the 4 tires in the back, and the front they got at least another 30,000 Ks life. Let's start it with the equipment. I've got it with the all of them. There are electric hose reels. There are 3 Titans and 1 Cox reel. They are 18 inches, and the Cox reel is got 50 meters of 3/4 hose to fill up the tank. Underneath is the Softwash hose. It's a Flexilla 5.8. It's kind of 2 months old. The one on the top is another 2 months old hose, high pressure, and the one underneath is like 6-7 months. Still, it's got a lot of life in it. In the left side, you can see I installed some big filters in there to fill up the tanks. I've been testing those, and they've been really good for soft washing the houses, leaving the windows real clean. And since then, when I was soft washing houses, I use them. Otherwise, it's got a bypass in there, so you can use it as a tap water if you want. On top of there is a 7 kV generator with the Honda IGX 390. Little hours in that one, not much. And in his right is another hose reel for wetting the plants if it's another operator that he can do that job for us. A lot of custom aluminum done in this project, including the drawers underneath is a custom made just for this truck. It's got a lot of storage around the truck, and as well it has 2 inches discharge valve to empty the water tank, and 1 inch if you wanted to pick up some chlorine for there. It's got a platform in here to jump in there to if you need to do some maintenance in there, or probably going to the electrical cabinet. The electrical cabinet has got all the elements to that this rig it controls and electrically, so everything is going there to power up the electric start of the generator. Actually, is a remote start. It's got a remote control, so you can start it from the distance, and as well to connect the pressure washers there, and as well the bypass system. And I've got a remote system for starting the pressure washers as well, and so yeah. Talking about the Softwash system, there is a remote for a bypass that you can connect it in the center bottom here, and it opens up the chemical from the distance, so you can rinse or soft wash in a click of the button in the back of the house, which is really handy. The valves are there. We got 2 banjo valves in there. One is the EBX, 1 inch is for the SH, and the other one is for the soap. It's got a 3-way valve in there to select soap or a different chemical. At the moment, I've got an NSH neutralizer in the other tank on the top. full airflow mixer manifold with 3/4 and 1/2 inch in the subs, the second soap valve is got a deep drop stick to put it inside of the bottle if you want to use different degreasers or different stuff. DI system, and it's hooked out to this hose reel. That's a Softwash pump. It's a 240 Softwash pump, and really nice indeed, that pump. A couple of drawers in here to store a lot of stuff, and some fittings and nozzles and stuff, and we've got another drawer in here to put more stuff in there, and more storage in there. He had a ladder rack that is especially dedicated for these ladders in here, and you just, what you do is put it in here, and it's got a notch in there to store the ladder, and then tie the ladder really quick with this system in here, and away you go. Really nice and compact and well thought all around. There is a lot of storage in the top area that I'm going to show you real quick. That is, it's working really good to put your advertise around there. It's got a tow bar, and then you got another two pressure washers in the back. That's a 21 liter 3600 psi, 40 liter 3000 psi. Very little hours, only 38 in this one and 74 in that one. Why? Because I've got a beast in there, Softwash pump, that it's got a lot of punch, and I use it for chemical application and rinsing, and barely I doing these days surface cleaning, and so yeah, that's why these guys is still really young at the moment. So to access to the top, it's got a stem platform and ladder in here, and you just climb on the top, open the latch, open the lid, and then you got heaps of storage in this area here for you to put all your chemicals or some whatever you would like to put on. The 2 tanks for the soap, and yeah, that's the antenna for the remote. A solar panel for charging the system when I'm on the go, and locking system in here. It's got a surface cleaner cage, which is really handy to have out of the way, and lock and secure in there. So the ladder falls down in place, and you lock it in place. Let's coming around, and here you can find we got a 60 liters inbuilt tank for the 2 pressure washers, more storage, and this is the gas pump is 85 liters a minute, and is going up to 300 psi. Had this one for a couple of years, and is a beast. And I've got some different stuff put it on to make it last, and since then it's been really reliable. It's got a slide out platform in case that to do the maintenance on the gearbox and in the pump and in the motor itself in there. Coming around here, we got a battery box, which it has a 200 amp lithium battery. It's got insulator switch in there, and another drawer same as the other side, which is custom made to store more stuff in there. It's got some lighting on here and in the other side, and lighting inside of the toolbox, which I'm gonna show you right now. Charging point, did I say? Yep, it's for plugged in the battery, and fuel gauge in there. This is another custom made toolbox made in Australia as well, and it's got a heaps of storage. Almost, I mean, it's got a 800 mil deep, so I'm a storage the skyback. I using the skyback for the gutters. All my poles, they are in this hook. You got a light in there. All the poles for the skyback in there. A lot of storage for spare parts in there, cells and stuff for your tools, you know, for anything you have to repair. And so all the attachments and everything you can see in here, I won't go in the sale, so it will remove it prior sale, and even whatever is in the drawers and all around, all the attachments is not going with the truck. It's got a Victron charging system that is a 30 amp that I use it overnight when I drain down the battery. So let's have a look inside the cab. As I say, it's minimal wear and tear because it's been used only for long routes, and so it's got pockets pretty much everywhere where you can place your stuff. Pockets here and there. Forget about telling you the generator is got a remote start stop, which is really handy, so you don't have to climb in there. More pockets on the top, and it's got a Bluetooth radio, and yeah, you can see in there it's a 45,000 case at the moment, service of 50,000, rear view camera. Obviously you can't see much on, so this one is really handy. It's got an additional camera which is triggered when you reverse automatic, and it's got pretty much everything, your controls for the radio in here, cruise control, really easy to drive and really nice and efficient. Let's come back to the back, and yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it's got a new 4 tires in the back, a tow bar, and it's got in the remote control. I forgot to mention it's got a remote start stop in the 2 engines. I don't start it because it's not water in the tanks. Talking about the tanks, I forgot to mention that there is a 2 400 liters headboard tanks from Springjet, and really nice and compact, and it sits in the center of the truck, which is making all the weight distribution in the truck really nice. Yeah, so if you're interested in the truck, call me on the 046-892-0692. Also, if you wanted to build something like this, we can do that for you. And yeah, thank you so much for looking at the channel. If you want to follow us, and just subscribe, the subscribe button in there. Yeah, we are bringing up videos every week. Thank you for looking, and see you in the next one. Cheers.